Hey, 49ers fans, welcome back as we dive into the latest updates and insights on our beloved San Francisco team. We've got a lot to unpack today, especially as we gear up for one of the toughest matchups on the schedule, the Los Angeles Rams. Before we get into all of that, I just want to acknowledge the incredible support from all of you after our last video. Your comments, messages, and positive energy truly mean the world. It is amazing to see how invested this community is, and it's that kind of passion that makes covering this team so much fun. Now, let's get into the meat of what's happening with the Niners and why this upcoming game is shaping up to be such a monumental challenge. Looking back at our last meeting with the Rams, it was a game that left a big impression. Even though the feeling afterward was intense, it was one of those rare moments where you could sense the team's potential even if the odds were stacked against them. Now, facing the Rams again, the situation on paper looks even more daunting. Los Angeles has surged to become the NFL's #1 defense by EPA, narrowly surpassing Houston, and that level of efficiency is not something to take lightly. When we faced the Texans, the 49ers had noticeable struggles against a defense that, while solid, was nowhere near the Rams' current caliber. The Rams may not be perfect against the pass, ranking slightly lower, but they are formidable against the run, which is going to put immense pressure on our offensive line and backfield. For the 49ers to reclaim that victorious feeling we experienced previously, everything needs to align perfectly. It starts with execution. Minimizing mistakes is crucial because a single turnover or misstep could completely swing the momentum. The last time we played the Rams, we had strong offensive moments but ended up sabotaging ourselves a few times. To succeed this time, the team will need to play disciplined, complementary football, executing every phase of the game without giving the Rams any easy opportunities. It is going to be about attention to detail, controlling every inch of the field, and capitalizing on the smallest advantages. With a healthy Rams roster and a quarterback like Puka ready to make plays, this will be a test of focus, preparation, and consistency for the Niners. Another storyline to watch is the potential addition of Asante Samuel Jr. to the roster. Fully cleared after a spinal fusion, Samuel's return to the league has generated a lot of buzz. He brings a level of experience and coverage ability that could strengthen the cornerback room, and the Niners have scheduled a visit to assess him firsthand. While some fans might be skeptical given his long absence, there is undeniable upside in what he could offer to the secondary, particularly in matchups against high-caliber passing attacks like the Rams. However, even with potential reinforcements, the true concern lies deeper in the defensive line. Young players like Alfred Collins and Sam Okwanu have shown flashes of brilliance, but consistent week-to-week dominance is still developing. Injuries have taken their toll on key contributors, leaving the front line with question marks against a potent Rams offense. The challenge is not just about adding talent in the secondary. It's about the unit functioning as a cohesive, complementary defense capable of balancing out its weaknesses and maximizing its strengths. Special teams have emerged as a real strength for the Niners this season. After a rocky start, the unit has improved dramatically and currently ranks among the top in the league in EPA. This efficiency could prove to be a subtle yet significant edge against a Rams team whose special teams performance has struggled, particularly in kicking and coverage situations. A field goal miss, a strong return, or a well-executed play could create pivotal swings in a close game. While it won't single-handedly decide the outcome like an elite offense versus a weak defense might, it is a difference-maker that can tip the scales in tightly contested situations. The work of the special teams, coaching staff, and standout players has turned this phase of the game into a reliable weapon, and against a Rams squad that is otherwise operating near peak efficiency, this could be a defining factor. Looking forward, it's clear that winning this game will require more than just moments of brilliance. It will demand flawless execution, awareness, and resilience. Injuries, while challenging, also offer opportunities for younger players to step up and for the team to solidify its identity. The narrative surrounding this matchup is not just about raw talent, but about the mental and strategic toughness necessary to compete with a team of the Rams' caliber. Every play matters, Every detail counts, and the smallest mistakes could be magnified in the heat of battle. Yet, despite the challenges, there is reason for optimism. The trajectory of the 49ers indicates steady improvement, both in how they execute on the field and in how they manage the complexities of a full NFL season. If the team can combine disciplined play, strategic use of its depth, and the ongoing development of key young contributors, there's a real opportunity to make a statement against one of the toughest opponents in the league. As we edge closer to game day, it will be fascinating to see how the Niners approach this matchup, both mentally and tactically. Balancing the strengths of a roster against the Rams' capabilities will require precise planning and adaptability. Whether it's exploiting potential weaknesses in the opposing defense, maximizing special teams' efficiency, or ensuring that every member of the squad is executing at their highest level, the margin for error is razor-thin. The storylines surrounding individual players, emerging talents, and the broader strategic approach all intersect here, creating a high-stakes environment where focus, discipline, and execution will ultimately determine success. The upcoming contest against the Rams is more than just another game on the schedule. It is a test of resilience, adaptability, and the ability to perform under pressure. The Niners' preparation, attention to detail, and ability to make the most of each opportunity will all be under scrutiny. Special teams, the secondary, and the young defensive line will each play a role in shaping the outcome, and the interplay between these elements will be critical. It is a matchup that promises intensity, drama, and the kind of high-level football that fans live for, where a handful of key plays could define the narrative and determine who walks away with the win. As we look deeper into this upcoming clash, the question becomes not just who has the superior roster or stats, but which team can manage the intangible elements that define a football game. Momentum, focus, and situational awareness often outweigh raw talent, especially when two competitive teams meet. For the 49ers, this is where preparation meets opportunity. They have the chance to capitalize on the Rams' vulnerabilities, particularly in special teams, while also testing their own defensive line and secondary against some of the league's best defensive players. Every missed assignment, every hesitation, and every miscommunication could be magnified, but the reverse is also true. Disciplined play and sharp execution could create a cascade of advantages that tip the balance in the Niners' favor. Looking at individual matchups, the defensive line will be under constant pressure to generate disruption without overextending or leaving gaps. Alfred Collins has already shown flashes of elite potential, particularly in goal line and high-pressure situations, but sustaining that level of performance against a fully healthy Rams offensive front will be the true test. Sam Okwonu, with his physicality and athleticism, will be called upon to anchor certain plays, yet consistency remains the key. These young defenders must rise to the occasion not just once or twice, but repeatedly throughout the game. The Rams will look to exploit any weaknesses, whether through misdirection, quick passes, or creative offensive schemes. It's a chess match at the highest level, where attention to every detail and every nuance can dictate the flow of the game. On the offensive side of the ball security and decision-making will be critical. Turnovers in crucial moments could swing the momentum instantly, and the 49ers cannot afford lapses against a team as sharp and opportunistic as the Rams. Maintaining composure under pressure, executing plays as designed, and seizing opportunities when they arise are all essential components of a winning strategy. The interplay between offensive efficiency and defensive discipline will define whether the Niners can control the tempo and dictate the game's rhythm. A few successful drives or defensive stops can change the narrative entirely, but mistakes at the wrong time could nullify any advantage gained. Special teams, which have been a standout strength for the 49ers this season, could once again be a deciding factor. Their improvement under effective coaching and player development has translated into tangible results, particularly in terms of field position and scoring opportunities. The Rams' struggles in this phase provide a window for impact plays, whether through key returns, well-timed blocks, or forcing errors in kicking situations. While special teams may not carry the same immediate weight as a high-powered offensive unit, in a close contest, the difference made here could be the pivotal swing in critical moments. This advantage, combined with disciplined execution elsewhere, could be the edge the 49ers need to tip a tightly contested game in their favor. Another intriguing element is the potential addition of veteran players like Asante Samuel Jr. The Niners' interest in him reflects a strategic approach to bolstering depth and experience in the secondary. Even if he does not immediately become a game changer, his presence could provide flexibility, coverages, and leadership that enhance the overall cohesion of the defense. Balancing the contributions of experienced players with the growth of young talent will be essential as this team navigates both the challenges of the Rams matchup and the broader demands of the season. Every player's role, from the front line to the secondary to special teams, must function seamlessly for the team to have a legitimate chance at success. The Rams themselves are operating at an elite level, with minimal injuries and a roster largely intact. Their ability to maintain health and execute consistently makes them a formidable opponent. Matthew Stafford has exceeded expectations, showing durability despite concerns earlier in the season, and the offensive cohesion of the Rams present a constant threat. The 49ers, therefore, cannot rely on any lapses from the opposition to succeed. They must create their own opportunities, maintain focus, and capitalize on even the smallest advantages. The mental and strategic preparation will be as important as physical performance, as this game will test the Niners' resilience, adaptability, and ability to perform under sustained pressure. Ultimately, the San Francisco 49ers are facing a defining moment. The intersection of talent, preparation, and execution will determine the outcome, and even small advantages could be the difference between victory and defeat. Special teams, strategic decisions, and the performance of both veteran and young players will all play critical roles. This is not just about stats or reputation. It is about performing when it matters most, about maintaining focus and discipline, and about seizing opportunities in high-pressure situations. Fans can expect a game full of intensity, drama, and pivotal plays, where the Niners' ability to rise to the occasion could propel them to a significant statement win in the NFC West. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Explosive rumors are shaking the NFL world as whispers swirl around Levi's Stadium. The San Francisco 49ers are reportedly closing in on a blockbuster deal with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. While nothing has been officially announced, sources close to the team suggest that the Niners front office has been working feverishly behind the scenes to bring one of the league's most electrifying offensive weapons to the Bay Area. If true, this move could reshape the NFC landscape and redefine the trajectory of the 49ers season. For months, speculation has linked Lamb to a number of contending franchises, but the 49ers' combination of innovative coaching, a rising young quarterback, and a historically strong offensive line may have proven irresistible. Lamb, known for his ability to dominate in clutch situations and stretch defenses with his speed and precision, would instantly become a centerpiece of San Francisco's high-octane attack. Imagine George Kittle finding his favorite target yet again, now with a player who can turn a routine pass into a highlight reel touchdown. The buzz around the Bay Area is palpable. Fans are already imagining Lamb lining up alongside Brandon Ayuk, creating one of the most dynamic receiving duos in the NFL. Analysts are theorizing how this addition could open up the playbook, forcing opposing defenses to account for multiple threats on every snap. The 49ers front office appears willing to make bold moves to contend for a Super Bowl, and landing a talent like Lamb would send a clear message to the rest of the league. San Francisco is not just in the conversation. They are positioning to dominate. While skeptics caution that negotiations could still falter, the excitement among insiders is undeniable. Sources hint that contract details are being ironed out, and if the deal closes, the ripple effects could be felt immediately, not just in the NFC West, but across the entire NFL. The combination of Lamb's star power and San Francisco's disciplined approach may be exactly what the team needs to turn potential into championship reality. For now, fans can only wait, speculate, and dream about what could be the most thrilling addition to the 49ers in years. One thing is certain. If this rumor proves true, the 2025 NFL season is about to get a lot more interesting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.